front court gets it. Four gets blocked. Oh, not completely blocked again. And there! Faith Anderson put it down. 4-3. That's twice the hammer. The hammer got put it to him. Nice. They called it in, and that's for the other team. That was a nice hit by the libero. What is she, number 23? Abby's serving again. There you go. There's a nice set. And a good hit down the line. Claire Crippen, beautiful hit down the line. Way to power the ball. Okay, now this is Faith Anderson. She hits it down this sideline. And then someone's there for the dink. And they put it back. Oh, they call it 4 hits. 4 hits. Because it came right back, they're calling it 4 hits. They hit it into the net. Number 11 leaves the game for the Fulton Steamers. Number 4 is in the back row now. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds. She hit that one. That's a good serve. She hit that one hard, but in. And Faith Anderson had to try. She played it overhand, tried to do something, and hit it across the court and in out. So. What? Yes. I don't know. Those are 2 really nice serves. This one went backwards. She is just pounding the serve just like she does her kills. That one was a... Oh! That was a nice play. Okay. Off. They're calling it out. So it's 9-5. I see Mr. Hutton. He's still down by the door, seeing if we're on the air. Number 4, she's still at it. There you go. Oh, way out. That's too bad. That is too bad. Claire really hit one well, but she hit it outside and out of bounds. I've been impressed with her. Her and Faith Anderson are both excellent players. There's not a weak player on the team. Well, Mr. Hutton, we're doing what Fulton does. They've been going on these little runs. One was with number 4. I think she's still serving. She hits the ball hard. I'm thinking if she hits it hard enough, they let it go, it might go out of bounds, but...
That's sometimes the tough part about volleyball is to get a feel for where that back line is. And if they can find where the back line is, you get a little help from teammates that are looking back at that line. Can be very, very helpful. How the first game turned out? We were sitting there trying to get our stream going. We finally did get it rolling. Still,
well, we got close. It was 24 to 23, and then they got the point, which ended the game. But we had come back twice within a point.
I've seen very little of this game, but what I have seen is Fulton is very good at the net. Both those good girls do a good job of blocking. They do a lot of double blocking and taking away some of the angles Sherrard wants on those kills.
Number 4 is by far the best player on their team. They may need another timeout to like that serve. You don't ever. Yeah, they're just removing the person. You don't want to do that. So, all right, the hammer. That's what I'm calling number 4.
The hammer.
The hammer. That's a short one. They're going to set it up and they're going to lob it. Now here comes the set for the middle and gets blocked. Oh, 17 is another good player. She's the other hitter for that team.
Well, I thought that time Faith Anderson got caught a little off guard. I think she thought she was going to go cross court with that. Ended up hitting right down the line at Faith, and she just didn't respond quick enough.
Yep.
And Faith Anderson is a really good athlete for the Sherrard Tigers. Don't fool her too many times.
All right, well, thank God that one went overboard. Out of bounds. 6-13. Well, it looks like the Tigers are going to have to play catch-up in this game, too.
Well, that's the nice thing about volleyball. I think volleyball, probably more than any other sport, the momentum changes that you can see on the floor are pretty incredible.
They gave it to her because somebody was in the net. So 7-13. Well, Tigers need to do what they just did. Just go on a nice run, serve the ball well. All right, Claire.
And that's the nice thing about Coach Slattery's team. Got a lot of seniors out there. They've done this before. They know they can regroup and get this thing taken care of on senior night.
Yeah, they don't really panic. That one's too, yeah. The Tigers jumped in the net on that one. Number 10's coming in for number 9. 10 is Phoebe Teasman. Oh, that pass went astray. The pass is always the toughest part of the pass set and spike.
Well, I know, in talking to a couple of girls in class, they do say that sometimes their passing gets a little array and they don't take care of the ball very well.
That one wasn't high enough.
Yeah, and I don't know a whole lot about volleyball, and I know very little about any sport really, but I think Callie mentioned maybe a little too deep for that spike.
Yeah, they did it again. They hit that real dinky. There you go. Call it. Timeout. Well, evidently the Tigers went up to Fulton and pretty much just handled them.
Well, it was a 2-1. I mean, it was a 2-1 score as far as the match went. I know that the girls were pretty impressed with what Fulton put on the floor, and they did talk about some of the good athletes they do have up there. So, yeah, I tell you, you knew coming in tonight it was going to be a tough one, but I think the important thing for the Tigers right now is, hey, regionals start next week. You can't have a game where you're just kind of totally falling apart. I'm sure a lot of the teams that are playing the regional next week will take a look at what Fulton did tonight to kind of put it to the Tigers.
I think Fulton has done a better job of just getting it to their big hitters. That's nice, though. That's nice.
And Claire Crippen, she has
she was further off the net. She does not do well when she's right there on the net. It really kind of forces her to dink the ball. So. That's Harkey.
Crowd favorite coming in, I guess, on senior night.
Yep. Well, that's one of the nice things. Oh. Nice! Just hit it right back into the empty spot.
Yeah, Catley Mitch said, take that.
Yeah. Yeah, she is a fan favorite. She gets to serve again. Out of bounds, right.
Oh, nice little mini run by the Tigers. See how much longer they can extend this thing out, and who knows, they're crawling back into the game.
Good serves. There she got the block, or she got the spike down. But the block was there, thank God. All right. Let's do side out real quick and get on a run again.
That's the thing about high school volleyball. Since they switched a few years back, it's more than a few years back, to rally scoring, these games can kind of fly in a hurry.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, that one kind of flew on her. Dink. Nice job.
Cameron Mayer, pretty strong kid over the side, pretty athletic, got up on that one.
Yes, she did. Nice over. Point.
Nice job by Kelly Minch that time, finding the angle she needed. Wasn't in by much, but it definitely was in.
What's this girl's last name?
Elgus.
Elgus?
Yeah, Carson Elgus.
Nice!
There's that size that Sherrard has at the net. Faith Anderson and Courtney Bain. I was just telling them the other day, I thought, someone you come down and play for me this at Mercer County because they're bigger than my team. But,
yeah.
It definitely pays off in the game of volleyball to have a little size in the net.
There's a nice block. Get it in the air. Now here, set it. Nice! Here comes that little run.
Well, I think that's what makes volleyball one of the most interesting sports is just how the momentum can switch. I tell you, what a great crowd here tonight. Student body out in full force.
She tried to kill that one and went right into the net. Yeah, TV has thought that volleyball might become the next big thing three times, but it really hasn't caught on, which is too bad. If you watch college volleyball, it is a great game. I played a little power volleyball when I was in the service. Had a great time.
Now, my son played down at Monmouth College, played for a little bit on a club volleyball team. I remember going over to Augustana and watching him play as Fulton scores another point here, getting kind of a critical time here. But I remember they were playing Iowa State had a club volleyball team. And I'll tell you what, you talk about bringing the heat. Those kids could get up above the net, and they brought that thing down in a hurry.
Well, you get in those best programs, the Penn States and Wisconsin, all those. The UCLAs and them, they can play. That's a point.
Well, I think this is one of those critical periods right now for the Tigers. You're down 21-14. You give up too many more points, and it becomes much more of a mental thing. See, the Cubbies have got off to a lead here at the top of the second, 1-0.
That's it. As long as the Cubs are hitting, and they figured with this kid they would hit tonight. That was a beautiful game last night.
It was, and a much needed game.
They were, those two games they lost. They were swinging at curveballs that were started in the strike zone, but went out of the strike zone. And the hitting coach told them, said, "This is what the Dodgers are doing to you," and they've been much more patient, which it showed last night. What was that all about?
I don't know. The official stopped play right in the middle.
A redo. Okay.
See, this is where we need some volleyball experts. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I don't think he was checking his rotations, making sure those were right.
Could be.
It's kind of strange to stop the point right in the middle of it, but I guess that's what they do. Taylor Colson, senior. Good serve by her.
Yeah, it was. Okay, there we go. Nice. I love that diagonal play. Oh, she's way out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Faith Anderson may not be the most fundamental volleyball player because she has a big swing, takes a long time to load it up, but when she brings it in a hurry, and that was a great cross-court shot.
Well, she is the number one on the team for spikes. Okay, watch out. Okay, they're going to just give it back to you. Oh, no, that one's bad. Okay. Oh! Tried for the block, and it went down out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm looking over here to my right. I see Pam Hughes, and she should be here helping you out tonight. When Becky can't make it, maybe we can get her to jump in. She's a longtime volleyball coach. Coached here for many years, and under Vicki Tyler. And
I saw Vicki on TV today.
Oh, really?
She was on Paula Sands talking about the new job she has.
But we'll have to definitely keep her in mind for future times. I know this is the last home volleyball game, last game of the regular season for the Tigers. They go over to Taylor Ridge next week to start regional play.
Do they play Rock Ridge the first week or for the first time?
I believe they do. I think they played Rock Ridge on their regular. That's a shot.
That's four. There's the hammer. That's what she's been doing. Bam. They've blocked her a couple times, but for the most part, she's headed down. She is a heck of a player. Brooke Helzinga. Okay. There you go. Set it. That's it. That's not 4. Oh!
A nice play there.
Yeah, they
very, very well.
They just out-jumped our girl.
Which again, Sherrard has some pretty good athletes on the floor to out-jump. You know, I tell you, one weakness about Sherrard is some of their quickness. They got some big kids, not overly quick, but they just Fulton is just playing much better volleyball tonight. You know, talking to Coach Slattery before the game too. This is a big game. Fulton and Sherrard came in with identical conference record, tied for second. You get bragging rights here a little bit. Looks like Fulton may end up getting the final bragging rights here.
Another point.
And just a reminder for anybody that tuned in late and actually stuck with us till we got things up and running, we will broadcast the final Sherrard football game tomorrow night.
Yeah, you got Orion, and then Newman is 10-2. And yeah, Fulton, Riverdale, and Sherrard. Sherrard's only 8-3. So they
played Tuesday night. I don't think that's been updated. Tigers again making a little bit of a mini run here.
Nice play. Nice play. Nice play. Claire Clippen just backhands it one that keeps them in the game. Wow, nice play.
And now Fulton calls the timeout.
Well, I'm just impressed in both games. The girls had let Fulton out. Well, not let them, but they got out to big leads. And in both games, the Tigers have come back with vigor. They are a tough team, and you're going to know you played once you come down here play against Tigers.
Well, and I know, talking again, I have several of the girls in my media productions class, and I know when they play well is when they pass well, and when they don't play well is when they're not passing very well, and it's one of those things that if they want to set up the big hitters like the Faith Anderson, the Claire Crippen, and the Spencer Strango, they've got to be able to pass the ball effectively around the net.
Yeah, that's a pretty much a given anymore. That's the ball game. When Karch Karai played for the U.S. team, he did all the passes to the front because he received the service so well. Well, that's too bad, a lose on your home court, but let's say, hey, this doesn't really, it only matters so much. What really matters is Tuesday night when the Tigers. She was blocking it for a while. I've gotten shorter. That should be better. There's a delay. Yeah, there's a big delay. Hold on a second. It'll take a minute. There, I got bigger.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, first home game, or first volleyball game we've tried to do here tonight, and unfortunately had some technical difficulties. Mr. Legate is again absent this evening, so he's not able to help us out, but we got things rolling. Again, Trey does a great job in the truck for us when Mr. Legate's not able to be in attendance.
He does do a nice job.
So hopefully next year, now that we got the gym work done that we needed to have done, we'll be able to broadcast a few more games, and then possibly I'll get somebody back here that knows what they're talking about besides me, because I really don't understand I mean, I get the idea, the sport behind it, just don't really understand all the intricate parts of it. So hopefully we can get somebody to help us out next year that'll know a little bit more about it. But tomorrow night, last football game, what are your thoughts on that as we head into tomorrow?
I'm looking forward to it. I believe this is going to be a victory for the Tigers.
Well, you got to hope so, because we talked all in the football broadcast about how this Tiger team's played a lot better, and unfortunately for the Tigers, they're playing for nothing tomorrow night, and the Princeton Tigers are playing for a playoff spot, so I'm sure they're going to come in fired up, but it would be great to see our seniors get to ring that bell for the first time in 2.5 seasons at home.
Well, they'll be at home, and hopefully the crowd will come out and pick them up and help them get that second victory, so they can leave on a good note. They've been a good team, as we've talked about many times on the broadcast. They've lost some games. They've let some games get away that they could have been in, if not for, and you can point to 2 or 3 things.
All right, well, again, unfortunately, Sherrard Knight loses 2-0 is the match score. I can't remember the score the first game was, but 25-20 is the score in the second one.
The first game was 25-23.
Okay, 25-23, so Tigers competitive, but unfortunately fall to Fulton Steamers. They end up taking third place, but good luck to the girls next week at regionals over Taylor Ridge.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night out here at the football stadium.
All right, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.